This is the first week out of this 32-week mileage build that we've actually felt the pressure on trying to get the mileage in. So we are week number 9 into 32 weeks, and I've really felt the pressure this week with trying to get the runs in and life just getting in the way. So started a new job this week, which has thrown the routine completely out, and did a little bit of travelling with it as well, which made it more difficult to get the runs in. I had to do a double run midweek, 6k in the morning, 6k in the evening, just to get the mileage in. And travelling with work, I was in complete sort of overload. Obviously new job, meeting new people, went out for a few drinks as well with them, so that then made running the next day harder. Second I have a little bit of alcohol, it just throws everything out. Don't sleep as well, feel a lot more tired, so much more difficult to train. But yeah, the knock-on effect of that meant I had to run ridiculously slow. Yesterday, I think my easy run was averaging a pace of like 7 minutes 10 per kilometre across 7 or 8k. And I think what will be the hardest part about this mileage build, it's not a lack of motivation and I want to build all the way up to 100 kilometres per week. It's going to be trying to fit the runs in around everything else. And I think that's the reality for most people who enjoy doing endurance or aerobic work. It's the time needed to get better, or the time needed to consistently improve. It just takes up so much of your time, and when life starts getting in the way with things that you have to do and places to be at, and the knock-on effect of that is you're more tired and you've got less time, that's when it's going to start getting difficult. But we felt the pinch for the first time this week, but we've still managed to get it in. We've just had to adapt the routine and adapt the program a little bit. We've not been able to get strength sessions in. That's the thing that's taken the hit. So my order of priority, I guess, in life is number 1, it's family. That always comes first, before running, before my job, before anything. It's my family time. Number 2, it is my career, but on par with that, it's the running. If I wasn't able to run, my career would be affected, because I need running for all aspects of my life: mental health, physical health. Yeah, it's my hobby, and I put that on par with my career. And number 3 is documenting the whole journey on YouTube. And then number 4 is strength sessions. So strength sessions are so important, and I'll always strive to get them in, but they're the first things to go if the routine doesn't allow. And this week it's just not allowed. However, next week, going into week number 10, I think things will settle down a bit. I know my routine, I know the crack of work, so should be able to pick up a bit of strength. I think I'm going to do strength first thing Monday morning, get down the gym 6:30 and just knock out a good sort of 45 minutes full body session. That's the plan anyway. For anyone watching this, by the way, and also has me on Strava, so there is like a 2-3 week lag when I film and then when the videos go out. So by the time this video is viewed, I will most likely be in week number 11 or 12. So when you're looking on Strava, the 55k week will look like it's been done a couple of weeks ago, and that's because it has. One of the main things I've noticed is my easy pace has definitely started to come down, but only slightly, not by loads. So when I was at the peak of my fitness, sort of 6 weeks before Chester Marathon in around September, October last year, my easy pace was around just pause then as the train goes past. My easy pace was around a sort of 5:30 per kilometre, and I could hold that for a good 25 kilometres in sort of zone 2 territory, whatever the hell zone 2 is. At the moment I'm running at that same effort around a 6 minute per kilometre pace, but when I started 9 or 10 weeks ago, that was around a 6:30. But the main thing for me, and this is the thing I'm most happy about, is the injury that I was suffering with, and the reason why I've been building up so slowly was because of that injury in the, I can't even remember what ankle it was, either left or right. That's how over the injury I am. Touch wood, got absolutely no discomfort, no pain whatsoever in any part of the body. And that's what we want. Just a gradual build up of the mileage, allow the tendons, tissues, everything to adapt, get used to it, just get the body used to running longer and further mileage and bigger mileage every single week. And then when we've really settled in at around 100 kilometers per week, we'll then introduce the speed and we'll see where the fitness is at then. So I am using a AI running coach for this plan, a ChatGPT. I have used Runner before for doing races and that sort of thing, but I needed something that I could just bounce ideas and bounce questions in daily and get a response out of. And that's where ChatGPT is so good. It just gives you that complete holistic view of everything. And yeah, I did a whole video on how I use ChatGPT to plan my running, but the best thing about it is just being able to screenshot all your workouts, throw that in there, and then it gives you a analysis of how you're doing, whether you're on the right track, and it can just so easily adapt the program if needed, if you get sick or injured or already had a busy week like what I've had this week, which I think unless you're like an elite runner and running is your life, every single runner is going to have to adapt at some point when life gets in the way. So we tested our 5k fitness right at the beginning of this journey, and once we've completed the 32 weeks or longer if needed, if it comes to it, I will throw additional weeks in there. So if I have to miss a week or I need a little deload week because I'm feeling tired. Anyway, when we get to the end of the program, which is consistently held sort of 100 kilometers every week for like 6 or 7 weeks in a row, I'm then going to test the 5k fitness again, and we're going to see whether running nothing but easy mileage has indeed made me quicker. I think to begin with there won't be much in it in terms of whether I've got any faster over 5k. I think the magic will happen when post that, for the next 10-12 weeks, whilst keeping that mileage the same, I'm then going to throw in speed work and do it properly, and I think that's when the magic will happen. Fingers crossed anyway, that is the plan. So at the end of the day, all I care about in this sport is improving, getting better, and trying to get the most out of my training, and we're going to see whether it has worked. So if you want to follow along, feel free to check the channel out, but thank you for watching and I'll see you all soon.